Hello, I'm Brad Szollose, and I'm standing here in the heart of New York City's financial district. A little over 10 years ago, Wall Street was flooded with a new army of dot-com companies willing to tell Wall Street that the internet was the new place to do business. It was a crazy time where venture capitalists were handing out billions of dollars to young entrepreneurs barely out of college, willing to scribble their business plan on a cocktail napkin. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. But today, Silicon Alley is back, bigger than ever, leading us with a new type of dot-com company, one that's telling us where to do business and how to do business. What makes Sabre 7 different from all the other companies out there?
Our culture. And that's really rooted in how we've started and the process that we use to build our products. We started through a series of brainstorms and filled almost 300 large sheets full of ideas. And that's whenever we really realized we had something that we could turn into a viable company. Like all things, it starts as a really fragile thought. And the process of taking a fragile thought and turning that into something that has value is the thing that's exciting to me. That's the challenge in the game and the thing that brings everyone in through the process. So we filled all these sheets up, and we actually were at the Ghost Ranch, which is Georgia O'Keeffe's ranch in Santa Fe, and we took all of the ideas and put them up on a few walls to fill that all up. So we go through the process of honing in on a detail of something and really blowing that all out, and then going back and looking at the grand vision. We're a web company, but we use a lot of paper, and we do a lot of things in the same way that people would have done maybe 50 years ago, because putting your hands on it and actually seeing the ideas written out in plain language is the way to do it. So from there, we decided to do things even more unconventionally. And the core development team moved here to New York, and we lived and worked together in this space for the first year. So
that's unusual. That's very unusual. How was that?
It was phenomenal. It was the best experience of my life, but I don't live here anymore, but I don't feel any different. And so it really rooted our culture and our process, where, I mean, for that first year, we were surrounded by the idea 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, not in a forceful or uncomfortable way, but something that really continued to nurture that fragile thought and that idea into something that was viable. The other thing that does is it changes the culture in a way, and I think it speaks to where we're headed, where the people don't really just want to go to work and have a job, but the intersection of your work life and your play life and your social life and your interests, where it all just kind of melds together into one thing. And we did that ourselves through living and working here, and that's what our products do as well. They allow people to really focus on the things that are important to them in a way that's just natural.
Much like combining MTV's Real Life with The Apprentice, Sabre 7's original founding members lived, played, and worked together.
At Sabre 7, I'm the Director of Product Development. That really means that I've overseen the development of Dorothy.com and how users interact with the site, what they're able to do on it, how it looks, the brand, all the information architecture, and so really it encompasses a lot of different roles. So when we started the company, everyone was pretty scattered around the country, and we decided to center ourselves in New York. We really wanted to create a place where we could be constantly surrounded by the idea and surrounded by each other. And that really allowed us to kind of collaborate any time of the day. And I think in the end, it helped us develop our company and our product, I guess in our relationships too, much more quickly. And that's really helped us succeed and get to where we are today. Being surrounded by the people that you live with and you work with all the time really creates a unique environment where everyone becomes very vulnerable with each other. And yeah, you definitely develop those relationships and that trust, which is foundational to building the company too.
Allowing every moment of their lives to be filmed was no easy task. The documentary showed the pains and victories of a startup, whether it was Saturday morning breakfasts or their beloved mascot Diesel getting locked in the back bedroom. The 7 entrepreneurs pushed forward knowing that they were doing something groundbreaking.
My name is J.R. Heffelfinger, but you can call me Hef. and I am a multimedia producer for Sabre 7. I joined the company before it was a company. I was one of the original members of Sabre 7, back when it was Sabre 6. and we all decided that we should move together, move to a place and start this company. The incubator was the incubator was quite challenging early on, and living and working really was a challenge that we all, I think, met beautifully, because we were forced to, always be on, always in our professional lives, in our private lives. It was they became one and the same, so there was no escaping it, and that made the relationships blossom much sooner than they would have. We got to know each other so much more intimately than we otherwise would if we didn't live together.
I was up at 5:30 this morning.
Well, that's what happened.
And then I just was doing work. I was doing work.
Serious?
Yeah, I've been working since 8:30.
That's what happened. Then why did you make us breakfast? Do you want a scrambled eggs, or do you want to go?
I woke up with my clothes on, though, which is really funny.
Well, no, I know, because you walked in and you went boom.
I'm so tired.
And your door was still open.
Well, the night before that, I didn't get any. I slept for 2 hours. Or the night before that was like 2 hours nights of sleep. So you guys had fun last night?
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Right here, right now is the best time. But so that will be the same for tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and next year. I live my life like that. So I think we all have embraced this opportunity. We're all very blessed and very thankful for just, the opportunity to be involved in something that is this great, and to see how our involvement has directly influenced and impacted the way this company has grown, to see how our ideas have contributed to the genesis of the idea and how it all has grown. So today is the greatest day of my life, but so that will be the case tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, so on and so forth.
I'm the marketing manager at Sabre 7, and I help with all the marketing strategy and implementation, and I also do help with the PR work as well. So some of the exciting things that we're doing currently is planning for the PR strategy going into our major launch come early next year. So we're planning it out, making sure that we're doing it right and step by step, and so yeah, it's really fun.
Now, you have an international background. What do you love about working here at Sabre 7?
Well, I'm Chinese. I grew up in Australia. I've lived in Italy, studied in the US, and now live in the US. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm sort of like a citizen of the world. I don't really see myself as any one country related, although I think Australia will always be home. But what I love about Sabre 7 is that it's so international. We just brought on 4 more people into the team, and everyone is from a diverse background in terms of nationality, but also in terms of where they've lived and what they've experienced. So I think that's just part of our culture, and that's what Jordan really tried to do at the beginning. He wasn't going out seeking any particular diversity, but I think the way that we structured ourselves, where we were bringing the best talent, no matter where they're located or where they're from, it just happened that way. So, and I love it. I love Sabre 7 because of it. So.
For more information on Brad Szollose, his coaching and speaking engagements, go to www.bradzszollose.com or just Google Brad Szollose. We look forward to hearing from you.